keeping your energy positive, believe it or not, it's completely in your control. Okay? Whether you are positive, whether you feel positive, is totally in your control. And if you don't feel that positive and you want to change it, it's really, really simple to do. And I'm going to talk about how you can do that now. So there's two elements. There's the mind and the mindset, and then there's the energy. I would probably argue the energy is more important, but I'm going to cover both. Okay? So the mind and the mindset. Really briefly. Now, I was somebody who, when I didn't really enjoy the work I did, right, my mind was really negative. I would complain like there was no tomorrow. Anyone who would speak to me would hear my complaints, right? I would go on dates, I would meet friends for dinner, and all I would do was complain about how much I hated my job, how much I wanted to really get out of corporate, how much right? So I probably came across, and I was actually quite in a negative place, but also being quite a negative person, and bless my friends and family that were listening to me all that time. So your mindset's really, really important, because actually, even though I wasn't happy at that time, there were many things I could have done. If I look back now, the many things I could have done to still take control and actually feel a bit more positive, which ultimately would have served me. Yeah, so when you're positive, it just serves you. Other people don't actually care, right? You have a dinner with them, whatever conversation you have, and then they leave you. But when you're not positive, the biggest person that it affects is you. Yeah? And also you can't magnetize to you what you want. You start to push it away. So the first thing is mindset. So let's go back to my example. I was doing a job I didn't like. I was just not happy in many other areas of my life, and there was this negative loop playing. Yeah, there was a voice in my head just constantly beating me up and saying to me, "You're not good enough. You're a failure. Why did you choose this career? Everyone's happy. You're not happy. Everyone else is perfect. You're not. Wasted potential." Anyway, it was going on and on and on, droning on and on, this voice in my head. And without awareness, I was kind of listening to it. I was listening to it blindly, and I was believing it and letting that voice dictate how I was feeling. And what I know now is that was just a voice. There was nothing true about it. It's literally, if you've ever seen those movies where they show you or a cartoon with a little devil and an angel on your shoulder, this was the devil speaking, and I was listening to the devil. That sounds quite strong, actually. Maybe not devil, we'll say a little gremlin, right? A little gremlin on my shoulder saying not very nice things, versus the angel that was also there. And so the first thing you can do, if you find yourself with a very negative energy, or you notice that you feel quite negative quite a lot of the time, take control of your mindset. Notice what you're telling yourself, and notice the voice in your head. What is the dialogue that's constantly playing? Start to catch that dialogue. Start to catch that voice in your head, because the chances are, if you don't feel very positive, there's a very loud gremlin that is talking, that has taken control, and is probably not saying things that are very, very nice. Okay, so you really want to think about, what is the voice that I'm listening to? Which part of my mind am I listening to, and how can I start listening to the other side? So that's the first thing, is mindset. And as I said, all of this is in your control. In fact, it's what I do in my coaching work, is train people to start to listen to the angel and to not listen to the gremlin. Because immediately when you start listening to the angel, who says really nice things, you start to feel better. Because what are you doing? You're telling yourself nice things. You're giving yourself really nice, affirming commands. You're saying beautiful things to yourself, and as a result you start to feel good. When you say nice things to another person, they feel good, right? So when you say nice things to yourself, what happens? You also feel really good. So the first thing is mindset. The second thing, and it's a really big topic, is energy. And you can manipulate and change your energy for it to become more positive. But energy is made up of many, many, many components. And it's actually the majority of our life is energy. Everything is energy. So we have an internal energy system known as our chakra system, which has life force or prana running through it. And that energy system is controlled by what we eat, our exercise, what we listen to, what we watch on TV, who we interact with. All of those things are influenced by our external environment, and what we take in is influencing our internal energy system. But also, we have an external environment that affects us too, that can make us more positive or more negative, right? So all of these things, actually, there's kind of almost no barrier between what's within and what's outside, because we're interacting with everything at an energetic level. Yeah, think of yourself in this big like soup of energy, and you're kind of swimming in it, and you're choosing which elements you interact with. So how do you change that? So how do you know, first of all, are you feeling positive or negative? Start to tune in. Okay? The first thing you can do is, what do you take in? What do you take in on a day-to-day basis? What energetically do you take in? What kinds of people are you speaking to? What conversations are you taking in and having? Are they positive, uplifting conversations? Or are they gossiping, complaining, criticizing the world? If the majority of the conversations you're having, whether you're saying anything or not, even if you're just listening, if that's the majority of the stuff that you're taking in on a day-to-day basis, it's going to make you feel more negative. Think about after you watch a really sad film. You do feel sad. Oh, it's okay to do now and again. I'm not saying don't watch sad films. I'm also not saying don't interact with anything negative. But what I am saying is if you do that a lot and you're struggling with negative energy, it's definitely affecting you. It's definitely bringing you down. And you may need to balance it with some more positive conversations or some more positive, entertainment. Yeah, so start watching something funny, start watching something a bit more uplifting, and you will notice your energy start to shift. Also look at the people you are hanging around with. I just mentioned conversation. Who are the people you're spending your time with? Remember, you're in this energetic soup. Are the people around you positive? When you spend time with somebody, I have friends who are literally like sunlight. When I'm around them, doesn't matter how I'm feeling, I will spend some time with them and I will immediately feel better. Because again, I'm taking in, right? I've done a video about prana, which is life force. We take in their prana, we take in their life force. They transfer it to us, yeah? And we transfer ours back. There's like an energetic exchange that goes on. So who are the people you're hanging out with? Are they positive? Are positive things happening for them? What is their life like? Or do they complain a lot? Are they in negativity and gossip and anger and hatred? Because if you do spend your time around people like that, that will start to bring you down. So notice the people you're around, okay? And try to be around people who are a bit more uplifting. You might find actually if you're very sensitive, you might get very drained around certain people. So you might not feel negative, you might find yourself feeling tired. It's another really big sign that somebody is draining your energy, bringing your energy down. So the people you're around, very, very important. Nature. Nature is a life giver. Nature makes us positive. So being in a natural environment is a really great thing to do. A park, being by a river, a lake, being near trees, all of those things naturally lift us up and make us positive, because when we're in nature, it balances the entire energy system. So it balances the entire nervous system. It calms the nervous system down, but it also balances the mind, it balances the energy, and it balances the spirit, because we're connecting to the elements and we are made up of the elements. So there's a beautiful balancing effect that happens. So if you're not feeling very positive, you can start to put yourself in nature more often. Okay, and just to recap the other points I've made, I'm looking down because I have notes. Watch what you're consuming, watch what you're watching on TV. If you're watching lots of news, cut that down, start to watch more positive things, and listen to the voice in your head that is the positive voice, not the negative one. And then finally, just the final point on environment, the other thing we can do is we can change our physical space. So the way we interact with our physical space is very, very important. Your house, as they say, is like a 5D vision board. So when you look around your home, what do you see? Do you see things that make you feel good? Is your environment making you feel positive, or is your environment bringing you down? If it's bringing you down, what changes can you make to your environment? Because remember, it's an energetic soup. We're taking everything in. We're consuming, whether we want to or not. We're taking it all in. What's in your environment that's making you feel good? Bring more of that. Spend more time around that. What's in your environment that's bringing you down? It could be a piece of art. It could be something that's broken, that bothers you. Get it fixed. Yeah? It could be, I don't know, anything in your home that you don't feel you really like very much. If it's bringing you down, it's not making you feel good, change it. And then every time you walk into your house, you'll feel your spirits lift because you'll be really nurtured by your environment. The other thing I will suggest, actually, another bonus, have a morning routine. Okay, put some kind of morning routine into practice to just manipulate your energy and keep it really positive when you start your day. I will do a video on morning routine if you'd like one. Say in the comments and I can suggest what kind of morning routine I use to tune my energy every single day. This is Pooja Elderman. I hope you've enjoyed this. Go forth and take control of your energy. It's all in your control. Like, comment, subscribe and share. It's been really nice to be with you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.